Hi, everyone. I'm Maggie McGrath, senior editor at Forbes. Late Thursday, former CNN anchor Don Lemon was arrested by federal officials in connection with his coverage of a protest at a Minnesota church earlier this month. Another journalist and two other individuals were also arrested. And joining us to discuss this incident is Katherine Jacobsen. She is a program coordinator with the Committee to Protect Journalists. Katherine, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So, for folks who may not have seen Don Lemon's live stream earlier this month, I want to summarize briefly. He goes live, he's in like kind of a parking lot. He walks into a church where a group is protesting the ICE occupation of Minneapolis. He several times identifies himself as a journalist. You hear him in the video say, I'm not a protester, I'm a journalist. He interviews a protester, he interviews a pastor at that church. And it appears that it's this video that has led to his arrest. Is my summary of this situation correct?
That's correct to my understanding. Yes. Don Lemon, along with Georgia Fort, a local reporter in the Minneapolis area, they were both arrested in relation to their coverage of this protest, as you said.
And how often is it in America and in your time at CPJ, have you seen reporters arrested in a situation like this?
It's highly unusual to see this type of arrest of a journalist, two journalists, after the fact. We've seen journalists arrested at protests quite a bit. During the 2020 George Floyd protests in Minneapolis, for example, there were quite a few arrests of journalists, right, in related to their reporting or in relation to their reporting. But to see after a protest, federal officials go after journalists in this way to serve search warrants or to serve warrants to them, it's highly unusual and incredibly concerning. I'll also add that the limited number of cases that, in relation to journalists being on private property and then being arrested or served warrants after the fact, have been handled at the state level. So to see, the federal government involved to this degree at this level is very odd, unusual, and disturbing, quite frankly.